The Mitsubishi L200 is more popular than you may think, as it is in fact one of Mitsubishi's biggest sellers in the UK. But unlike some of the SUVs and 4x4s out there, the L200 offers somewhat of a strange hybrid exterior design, with a curved roof and yet a mean-looking front end which combines the delicate design details of, say, a stylish-driven SUV with the aggressive personality of a pickup truck. I've personally never really found pickup trucks desirable, but that all changed when I drove the Nissan Navara a couple of weeks ago. So when I heard we were driving this, the Mitsubishi L200, I was pretty excited. So we've certainly got the weather for 4x4 capabilities today. So let's see what it's like. One thing that does worry me a little bit about pickups is that the fact that they may feel a little bit too commercial, but the L200 is pulling it off quite well, and that's quite a hard challenge to fathom, I think, because you do want something for your commercial life, your 9 to 5, day to day, where the vehicle is very much commercial, plenty of space in the back, and all the durable plastics can be wiped down with ease. But that said, you still do want something that's comfortable and quite cool to take out at the weekends. And the L200 is doing very well. It's all centered around the center console, which has satellite navigation, telephone integration, iPod connectivity, which is stored in this fair-sized glove box. Bearing in mind that this is the relatively well-spec'd Barbarian trim, so we do have quite a lot of nifty features. Overall, a very nice cockpit, and I'm quite impressed. The one thing, however, that I have noticed about the L200 that is a little bit disappointing comes about when you power the car up. And we've of course got our gear shifter for our automatic transmission, and next to it is our shifter for the 4x4 wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, which, if you're quite tall like me, aligns directly with your knee, and it doesn't vibrate, so it does feel as though you've got a rather horny dog trying to have a go at your leg at times. The final feature that I'd like to highlight in the interior of the L200 is this button here, which, when you push it, brings the rear window down. So if you have got any large planks of wood or something that needs to extrude from the flatbed into the cabin, you should be able to do that with ease. In the rear, there is a fair bit of space, plenty of leg and headroom, also a few unusual compartments, which is always a bonus. So a very rugged, practical vehicle, but that doesn't say that it's not a bit of a looker, because the lines flow throughout the design, and I think it's probably one of the best looking 4x4 pickups on the market. The one thing that we have picked up on, however, is the very soft suspension when there's no equipment in the back of the car. If you have got a full load, then the ride is a lot more comfortable in comparison to when it's empty, and it's all a little bit up and down, but not a major complaint. One thing that is incredibly useful in the L200, given its length, is the reversing camera, which can come in incredibly useful when you've got quite a large payload in the back, especially if it's blocking your rear view mirror. So with that, makes things a lot easier. The L200 can handle the majority of terrains, but if things did get a little bit manic off-road, there is a low mode gear to select, which should get you out of the majority of situations. There's plenty of power in this 2.5 litre turbocharged engine in the L200, but it comes at a bit of a cost, especially with the automatic transmission, because we're only averaging around 30 miles to the gallon, which, when lined up next to some of its competitors, isn't the best of its class. One thing I was a little bit disappointed with the L200 was the car's turning circle. I really noticed it going round a fair-sized roundabout, which in a car or some other 4x4s you wouldn't have any problem. For instance, quite a big space here to turn around, full lock, not getting nowhere near it. I know this is quite a long vehicle, but having driven the Navara, it seems to handle itself a lot better when turning. So to round up the L200, we'll firstly stop at appeal. Without a doubt, the L200 stands out when it comes to style, with cool sport-inspired exterior detailing and an easy-to-muster interior layout. We give it 4 out of the 5 stars. On practicality, with its flatbed rear, the L200 makes a great transporter, and space for the driver and passengers is good. We give it again 4 out of 5 stars. For performance, equipped with its 2 power variants, the L200's 2.5 litre turbo diesel is able to offer a punchy variant and an economical variant, meaning it is a great soft-roader and off-roader. We give it 4 out of 5 stars. Ride and handling, the L200 is nippy on and off-road and can handle even the most challenging terrains with ease. Thanks to its competent low-range mode, we give it again 4 out of 5 stars. For ownership, Mitsubishi is hardly the most popular manufacturer in the UK, so when it comes to the resale, you may have a little bit of trouble. But when it comes to the cost effectiveness of the L200, it's pretty good, especially when you consider what you can do off-road. So we award the L200 in ownership 3.5 out of the 5 stars. So for its overall rating, we award the Mitsubishi L200 4 out of the 5 stars. A very nice pickup, it's got good looks, it's very practical, but it's not quite as refined as some of its competitors.